Hey y'all, so today is the big day. We are hitting the road. We are leaving Florida. We are going to head west to Arizona and up through all the national parks that we can manage to hit into Glacier. So we're hoping that you'll come along with us and share in this adventure because we are so excited about it. Hey, so I just wanted to jump in here. We are currently in Yellowstone. We've been here for 6 nights and 7 days, and today is Saturday, so we leave on Monday. But I wanted to get in here and sort of explain a little bit about what you're going to be seeing in the videos. So when we left Florida, we made our way across to Sedona. Was going to be our first national park that we stopped in. And so what you're going to see in this video is us traveling across the states, up Florida. We spent the night in Florida one night, and then we spent the night in Georgia, and then crossed back over into Florida and went west. We stayed in Alabama and Mississippi. Maybe we didn't stay in Alabama. I'll have to look. We stayed in Mississippi. We did not stay in Louisiana. And then we were in Texas. It took us 3 days to get across Texas, and then into New Mexico, and then we went on up into Arizona. So what you're going to see in this video is us traveling those states across. We drove and we stopped at an RV park that we had already made reservations at. So we had it timed out, and we spent the night at the RV parks, and a lot of them are pretty isolated. There's not a lot around, and so it was just a rest for us, a place to sleep overnight, to make dinner and regroup and get up and be refreshed to drive again the next day, because most of our drives were 5 to 6 hours each day. We had planned to try to make it out to Sedona in 7 days, and I think we pretty much were on that schedule. And we did plenty of stopping along the way, bathroom breaks. We would stop and make lunch. Sometimes we would just stop so that we could stretch our legs. And if you don't know already, we're traveling with some friends that live in our neighborhood who also have an RV, a Tiffin, just like we do. Theirs is a diesel pusher, so we're a little jelly, but that's okay. We're happy for them. And I think they had a Newmar before, a Baystar, and they traded it in on the red. Yeah, the diesel pusher, the red. And they love it, and it's beautiful. But anyhow, so we are traveling with another couple, and we're having a fabulous time. Everyone's getting along beautifully. We've never traveled with them before, so you never really know how that's going to go. But they're wonderful people. We love them. And we've just been having such a great time. And our adventure continues because, like I said, we're leaving on Monday for our next destination. And I can't tell you what that is because then you wouldn't want to watch the next video. But anyhow, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to try to zoom through some of this footage. A lot of it is just the road, the directions, traffic, things that we encountered along the way, some of the scenery, some of our stops, and then I'll try to do a little voiceover if I can, if there's anything of interest that I think you might like, and then we'll just go from there. So if you're new to my channel, I appreciate you stopping in and watching. This is Cindy V Living, and my channel is a lifestyle channel, beauty, health, wellness, fashion, all of that stuff. I live in Southwest Florida, and so my channel is just getting off the ground, really. I mean, I haven't had it very long. And then we had this big trip planned out west, and we were going to be gone from mid-April, and we'll be back the last week in June in Florida. And so I thought, what a great opportunity to do some footage and some videos on our travels. We follow a lot of RV YouTubers and things like that. So, because we've been wanting the RV for over 10 years, and we just got our coach last year. So May was 1 year for us. And so anyhow, let me just stop jabbering and let's go ahead and let's roll this footage and see how things turn out. So right before we head out, my husband likes to give Gypsy a good thorough washing and waxing and clean her up really well. And this usually takes him about 4 to 5 hours in our driveway or parked on the street in front of our house. But he does a great job. And then I just got this in the mail today, my senior America the Beautiful pass. I just got back from Costco. I shopped for our trip. I bought lots of fresh vegetables and lots of proteins because we do eat a lot of protein and vegetables. And I got a little bit of everything. I got shrimp, I got ribs, I've got some soup, I've got this really great skirt steak, hamburger. I like to plan out all of our meals. We got some brats here that I separated into packets and some chicken for salads. I like to separate out a lot of my proteins. We have steaks in here. I have some skirt steak and some flank steaks and some pot roast that I've separated and seasoned, and I put them in the bags. That way they are marinated, or they already have a marinade with them whenever I thaw them. Lots of fresh vegetables that I've prepped and chopped. Our seasonings, our water, everything that we are going to need for our first 7 days on the road. And this food lasted us almost 3 weeks, with the exception of needing to pick up more fresh vegetables here and there, and also more water. But as you can see, I have a variety of things. This is a lot of the pantry items that I keep in my coach all the time. Just some things that I'll have on hand for different recipes that I'm going to make. All of our seasoning packets for wings and tacos. All of the menus that I have planned for this first 7 days. We grind our own coffee. We like to use a coffee press when we travel. These are just some other items that I keep in the coach in the pantry as well. These are great. I get these from Amazon. These are the blue apple and the pads that go in the crisper. This keeps food really, really fresh. I don't ever have any vegetables that go bad. We use a 3-gallon Primo refillable water jugs along with the dispenser that I got from Amazon. We have lots of tea for hot tea or cold tea, and we also have some hydration packets for when we travel. Alright, this is our departure day. Cooper is riding shotgun. I like to hang back and just make sure that everything is secure and that nothing is moving about, and then I'll go ahead and get in my seatbelt. First night in Ocala, we stayed at Sun Retreats RV Park. This is a really pretty park. Our site was really big, large, concrete. A lot of seasonal people, and it looks like a lot of people who stay full-time in this park. But we had plenty of space, and the surroundings were really pretty. And this is just a little footage of Cooper riding shotgun. I can't call him a passenger princess because he's a boy, but he does enjoy riding in my seat. Actually, I usually have to put him down on the floor or hold him in my lap once I get seated and get my seatbelt on. And this is us heading out the second day. This is just more footage of Cooper that I popped in here from the previous day. And now we are getting on the road. Hey y'all, so we're starting day 2 of our Wild West adventure. We will hopefully get out of Florida today, and we're supposed to be staying in Georgia tonight. So we'll update you on that later on. We have a beautiful day for traveling, and there's lots of RVs out on the highway. So it's a lot of fun to watch all the different units go by. There were a lot of big rigs on the road, some coaches and also some travel trailers. And our friends up ahead of us. This is where Cooper sleeps when we're traveling. Running into our campground here in Georgia. This is in Bainbridge, Georgia, and this is East Bank Campground. This is a Corps of Engineer campground, and it is one of our favorites. We have stayed here before. This is a smaller park. It's right on the dam because it is a Corps of Engineer. The sites are large and spacious, lots of space in between, a beautiful view of the lake, and there are alligators in this lake. But you can see our site is really spacious. This is the same site that we've stayed in before, so we certainly enjoyed it. Once again, it was pretty chilly when we got here. The temperatures were a lot lower than we expected, but it was super nice. And these are our friends right next to us. It was cold enough to have the fireplace on when we enjoyed our coffee in the mornings. But you would never know by looking at the sky just So this is travel day number 3. We just left Bainbridge, Georgia, East Bank Campground, and our destination today is Hattiesburg, Mississippi. And it is a beautiful day. It's sunshine, blue skies, and currently there's no traffic, so that's a plus. So yeah, I was just going to share that there's going to be a lot of days that you're going to see me with makeup and my hair done and wearing something nice and fashionable because that's just the way I am. But when we travel in our RV, there are plenty of days that there's no makeup, hair isn't done, and I may wear the same clothes more than one day in a row. But we try not to do that too often. And for some reason, I did not sleep very well, and I was so tired this morning that we traveled that you just saw. And so just keep that in mind. I try to keep my channel really real and real authentic, and so you're going to see me in all possible scenarios. So we had another gorgeous day for travel. We had blue skies and sunshine. The temperatures were nice, and we were enjoying watching all of the RVs and travel trailers and things. It's kind of one of the things we enjoy about being on the road. Crossing the bridge is always beautiful. We are leaving Florida. Where we live in Southwest Florida, it takes us nearly 5 to 6 hours to get out of Florida. We're just passing through Alabama. We did not stay overnight in Alabama. Our destination is Hattiesburg, Mississippi. But we used to live in Birmingham. We lived there for almost 7 years. Okay, and then we are getting on 65 North. Here's where I was trying to show you that we're 73 miles from Hattiesburg. And we're just crossing over into Mississippi. So when Cooper starts getting a little anxious, this is what happens. He normally has to have a little medication to help him relax on travel days. Hey y'all, so today is travel day 4. We are on our way to Winona, Texas. We stayed at a Love's RV stop last night. We slept okay. It was pretty noisy. We had a lot of motorcycles come in around 4 a.m. and you could hear the trucks coming and going all night. We're supposed to stay at Love's RV Park 2 more nights, but we've decided to change that, and we're going to be staying at Stillwater RV Resort in Winona, Texas tonight, and I'll update you on that when we get there. But we have another beautiful day, sunshine and blue skies, and it's going to be a great travel day. And we are getting on to 20 West towards Jackson. So we just crossed over into Louisiana, and I have to say these were some of the worst roads I believe we have ever traveled on with our RV. We did not stay in Louisiana, but I think we will try to avoid this route in the future. The roads were terrible. But we made it into Texas in one piece. And we're getting ready to take the exit to the campground that we're going to be staying at, which is Stillwater RV Resort or RV Park in Winona, Texas.
Then your destination will be on the left.
This was a really nice park. Big and spacious and fairly new. There were not a lot of trees or shrubs or landscaping, but the sites were large and we had plenty of space to stretch out and relax. All of the parks that we chose to stay at had full hookups, including sewer. This is site number 125. This is where we stayed. A lot of the sites had gravel, but the majority of them were concrete pads. But we chose the cheapest option since we were just staying overnight. This park had lots of openings. As you can see, the concrete pads with the picnic table and full hookups with a little grass in between. They had a beautiful pool with a lazy river that wasn't open while we were there because it was still pretty cold. This was mid-April. But you can see the tubes that are, I believe you can rent these. Lots of lounge chairs, covered pavilions and things like that for you to hang out in. They did have laundry and clean bathrooms and a dog park, which are all things that are important to us. A playground for the kiddos. There was even a dog wash. And the dog park. The bathrooms were pretty good. They were big and spacious. They looked to be in good repair. They seemed clean. The men's rooms are on one side and the ladies' rooms are on the separate side, but in the same building. The laundry is also at the end. They had a few washer and dryers. I apologize for my videography. I was going through here pretty quickly, and I even made myself dizzy watching this back. So when we get to a new state that we haven't stayed in before, we like to apply our sticker to our map that is on the slide in our coach. And today we got to add Texas. We had already put Mississippi on there since we stayed in Mississippi overnight. And there you can see all of the places that we have been so far. Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning from Cooper. Hey, good morning, y'all. So I just wanted to get on here real quick because we're going to be leaving. We're at Stillwater RV Park, which was really, really nice. So I'm going to try to put some footage in on this park, because if you're in this area, which is, gosh, I lose track. Yeah, so I had to stop and think about it. We are in Winona, Texas. This is day 5 of travel for us, and today we are headed to Vernon, Texas, which is supposed to be about a 3.5 to 4 hour drive. And we always add an hour onto that because we know that we'll be stopping for bathroom breaks, and so that Cooper can go to the bathroom and Scott can go to the bathroom, and then if we need to get a bite to eat or something like that. Yesterday was a long travel day. It was supposed to be like a 6 to a 6.5 hour drive, and it turned into almost 7.5. The roads through Louisiana on I-20 were unbelievable. Some of the worst roads that we've ever been on. Of course, we haven't gone all the way out west on our trip, so we may encounter a lot more bad roads, and you may know a lot more about that if you've traveled in that direction. But for us, being on the East Coast, we haven't encountered roads as bad as I-20 through Louisville, through Louisiana. So we're hoping for better roads as we travel west today, and we're looking forward to getting to our next destination. I think we have a couple of shorter travel days coming up, which we're really going to enjoy. And then our destination, of course, our first stop will be Sedona. So I'll keep you updated. So when we left Winona, it was cloudy and overcast, but we quickly got into rain. And the skies stayed cloudy almost the entire way. We're getting ready to go through the Dallas area, and our GPS really took us right through downtown Dallas. We were using 3 different GPSs, the Garmin for the RV, also RV Life Pro, along with Google and Waze, and every single route took us downtown Dallas, and all of those told us that it was RV friendly. We were communicating via walkie-talkie with our friends, and everyone agreed that we would rather go out of our way an hour to avoid going through Dallas, and in the future that's exactly what we will do. So if you have a different route, or you know a better route that will avoid all of this, would you let us know? Just leave a comment below. park. Great for throwing the ball. Very clean. Do not see any signs of anything that hasn't been picked up. Don't see anything inside the dog park, but you do have to watch for those large ant mounds because those things are everywhere. Hey, good morning, everybody. So this is travel day 6 for us. This is a Thursday, and we will be leaving Vernon, Texas, where we stayed overnight at Rocking A Campground. Pretty quiet, not a lot going on here, not any real amenities or anything. I think they do have a pool and a laundry, but we didn't check any of that out because we were just here overnight. It was really quiet. There is a train, but we did not hear it at all during the night. We are leaving Vernon and we are headed to Amarillo, Texas today. So that's going to be a short 3-hour drive for us, and we sort of planned it that way because we've had a lot of long days. Plus, we wanted to get into the KOA is where we're going to be staying in Amarillo. We wanted to get in early enough. I believe check-in is 1 p.m. We wanted to get in early enough because we want to have a day or at least an afternoon in Amarillo to explore and check out that area and go out to dinner. We are looking at highs around 86 degrees today in Amarillo, but the wind is going to be the biggest issue. Winds are around 25 to 27 miles per hour with gusts up to 40, and there is a warning out for high-profile vehicles. So we're not going to dump or anything. We're going to keep ourselves as heavy as we can and hope for a smooth ride. So far, everything has gone really well, and we're having a really good time. But we are looking forward to getting to Sedona, where we're going to be staying for 5 days, and we really are looking forward to having that break where we're not on the road traveling every day. So I will keep you up to date on our next destination, and I'll see you then. Bye.
Go back out and then come forward. Things are a little tighter than you would think.
So the winds were really, really heavy. It was impossible for you to hear me talking as I was walking around the park. So I always get out with Cooper and take a walk so I can get an idea of what the park looks like. It was very level, gravel, dirt, a little bit of grass, big trees through most of the sites. No problem with ventilation because there was plenty of wind. They had some little cabins, they had areas for tents, they had picnic tables. It was really a nice day. It was sunshine and lots of blue skies and not very hot. We were actually enjoying the weather here even though we couldn't put our awning out. There was a nice pool. I don't think they had it operational yet. They didn't have any of the lounge chairs or anything out yet. Nice bathhouse and laundry facility. Check that out. Here is another view of the campground from a different angle. It was not full. There were plenty of sites available. If you wanted to pay a little extra, you could get a site with a concrete or paver enclosed area for your picnic table. They did have a few of these sites available. They had a nice big playground for the kiddos. The Camp K9, which you find at most of the KOAs. There was a fenced-in gravel area, and then a separate dog park that was grass. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you in the next. So thank you so much for watching this video of the first leg of our RV travels. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm still a bit of an amateur, but I am getting better as time goes by. A sneak peek, as you just saw, where we're headed next. If you've been there and you know anything about it, leave a comment below. I would love to hear what you thought about it. So I'll see you in the next video where we travel into Sedona and start exploring some of that area. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.